So I read this Owen special, right? To get ready for the absolute the new Owen, the basically the new soft reboot, right? Where you have two universes running around. You got the main universe, as will have fresh starts for all their titles now, and then you have the Absolute Universe will be completely different takes. A non-wealthy Batman, a Diana Prince Wonder Woman who is an Amazon, a Superman who was crashed on Earth when he was in his 20s or late teens and wasn't raised by the kids, so he wasn't raised with all the values that he had. It is kind of the question of what makes the character the character. You know, let's wet sun. Basically let's wet sun everything. What if this happened? What if this happened? What if this happened? And so you have like a complete reboot and a soft reboot at the same time. And this thing all in is basically trying to explain why this is happening in continuity wise. Which in the back of my head, I'm like, maybe at this point, in 2 years' time, I'll be like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. But now, at this point in time, I'm like, why was this needed? Why could it just be like, hey, soft reboot on the left, hardcore, hardcore reboot on the right? Why couldn't they just do that? Because I'm reading the story and I just felt unnecessary story wise. I felt, and then universe wise, of essentially why explain the reboot and soft reboot? Why do it? Except for the continuity people who are like, excuse me, can you please explain why there's no. You need to explain the absolute version. How does it fit in the multiverse and all that kind of stuff? Outside of that, it's not necessary because the story is just simply Darkseid arrives on the Justice League Watchtower. They fight. He goes away and dies apparently, and then you have the same story, but it's his point of view. And all the questions of who's he fighting, who Darkseid hunting. Well, clearly we know who he's hunting because I read the first half of the issue. So it just felt really redundant, really. And look, I'm looking forward to Absolute Wonder Woman and Batman and Superman, and of course it's going to start with Batman next week. But I just didn't felt like it needed a flashpoint or a crisis that felt like they needed to explain it. I just felt like they could easily, with the story that they're telling, to just say, Bob, here you go. Here's the absolute versions while we're still having the main core characters. It's basically just Elseworlds. They're Elseworld tales. So it's just one of those situations where you just go, was this thing needed? Probably not. Is it probably a necessary read? No. But they're probably hyping up to make people wrap their head like a true understanding. No, you don't really need a true understanding at this point. And probably if you did read everything Absolute, or read every single DC thing, you probably would get maybe a more appreciation of things, but I doubt you would understand what's going on. Now, it would be lost, I doubt it. But I didn't care as much about Booster. If Booster Gold's going to have a big role now, because he's stuck in that world. He is stuck in that new world. So, anyway, if you read the issue, let me know your thoughts.